Before I start this review, I just gotta ask, between this film and End of the Fucking World on Netflix, what's with all the stories about sociopaths recently?
I'm being foolish.
It's the worst fake crying I've ever seen. She's just using the technique.
A what?
The technique.
Holy
Amanda, this is my stepdad, Mark.
How long are you here, Amanda?
My mom's gonna pick me up around midnight.
Midnight's late for us. I'll call your mom. She can come pick you up now.
She's busy.
Doing what?
Chemotherapy.
So, Thoroughbreds, plot of this movie, it's about, two estranged friends played by Olivia Cook and Anya Taylor-Joy who reconnect with one another, and they're both sociopathic, and they decide that they want to kill Joy's stepfather, and it's from there just their bizarre relationship and friendship. And so yeah, let's get into the good and bad of this film. So the good, let me say this right now, Anya Taylor-Joy and Olivia Cook are just so good in this movie as the two leads. I mean, I love these two actresses. They're two of my favorite up-and-comers, considering their two main roles with Me and Earl and the Dying Girl and The Witch, which are... One is my favorite coming-of-age story. One's my favorite horror movie of all time. I love these two. I was so glad to see these two in a film with each other, and they're just incredible with each other in this film. Like I said, they're both sociopaths, but they take two very different approaches to it. Olivia Cook, she's very open about the fact she's a sociopath and that she's incapable of feeling emotion, and while Anya Taylor-Joy's a bit more in denial or just trying to hide the fact that she really struggles with feeling any sort of emotion for anyone, and they're both so great. Like, this could have so easily gone horribly wrong, in which, like, Olivia Cook could have just been incredibly bland because of her performance, because, like I said, she can't feel emotion, and Joy could have been incredibly unlikable for the fact, like, just the fact that she's so miserable with her situation, even though... considering what her situation is, it's really not that bad, but their performances are just so good. You really do care about these two, and you really do have, it does become very just strangely heartwarming, their friendship with each other, just how they're kind of the only two people that can understand each other, and, so Anya Taylor-Joy and Olivia Cook are just incredible in this film. But it's not just those two, though. Anton Yelchin in his very last film we'll ever get him in. What a actor we lost way too soon. Not much to say about his performance in this. It's a bit of a minor role, but he still is incredibly memorable in his few scenes, and it is just heartbreaking knowing that this is his last film role ever. What a talent that was lost way too soon, but at least it was a great one to go out on. Let me just say, this movie could be really, really funny for me to end. There's just that this film just has such a wickedly dark and cynical sense of humor through and through. Like, there's a scene in which Cook tries to teach Joy how to cry that had me just, like, almost in tears of laughter. Cook gets one of my new favorite quotes of all time, which he explains what it means to be indecisive, and it's just really funny. I did not expect this walking into this film. This is a visually striking film. Just the shots, the cinematography, the lighting, the coloring, it just was all stunning in this film. Like, there are so many memorable shots and images in this film that I really did not expect that walking into this film, but it's bravo for this film for doing that. Finally, let me just say, this is a very strangely thought-provoking film. Like, it really had me question what it means to be a sociopath, like, because there is somewhat of a negative stigma surrounding that for the fact it's someone who cannot feel emotion, but yeah, this film really had me questioning, well, is that necessarily a bad thing that someone doesn't feel emotion? And this all led to an ending that really just had me thinking through all these characters' actions and choices and the relations to one another, and yeah, it just had me really think about everything I had seen, so I was surprised. This is actually a very thought-provoking film. As far as negatives for this film go, I would say I just wish this film was a bit funnier. Like, I wouldn't call this film a comedy like a lot of people are saying, because the endings, I would say, is way too dark to make this a comedy, but even then, like, the build-up to that, like, it's clearly trying to be, like, a cynical black comedy through a lot of it, and for the most part, For the most part, it is, but there's like a lot of scenes where it's not trying to be funny, but you can't help but feel I would like the scene more if it was trying to be funny at the moment. So yeah, I just wish this film was a bit funnier. To summarize my thoughts on Thoroughbreds, the good Olivia Cook and Anya Taylor-Joy were they just incredible. Anton Yelchin. This movie could be really funny. It was visually striking, and it's a strangely thought-provoking film. And as far as negatives go, I just wish it was a bit funnier, and that's why I'm going to give Thoroughbreds a very solid 9 out of 10. It was one of those movies, the more I thought about it, the more I liked it, and yeah, and I'm so glad that Olivia Cook is only 1 week away, and she's going to be in the Steven Spielberg film Ready Player One, and Anya Taylor-Joy, she's moving on to be in, what is it, the New Mutants, the new X-Men film, so glad these two actresses' career are taking off, because they are fantastic, and this is just a fantastic showcase for what great performers they are, so yeah. Thoroughbreds, go see it. YouTube, as always, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.